Hey everybody, it's Chevy, Nobody Else's Auto. Just got back from a trip, and when I'm out on the road, just like any other time, I'm always looking. Parts, memorabilia, toys, and of course, cars and trucks. We got a lot of cool stuff coming in. I've had a lot of cool cars hitting the ground, so we've got a lot more cool inventory coming up vehicle-wise. What we're gonna check out tonight is a load of parts, and I also got some great toys that are gonna be coming up on some upcoming Toy Tuesdays on Tuesday evenings. You don't wanna miss any of that stuff either, because I found some cool stuff for our collection. But anyway, we're going to focus on this load of parts on this video, and like I said, be sure to click that subscribe button because we got a lot of cool vehicles coming up as well. A lot of cool stuff hitting the ground you're not going to want to miss. 65 Nova, big block 9-passenger Chevy wagon, some Ford trucks, some Chevy trucks, 55 Pontiac, 39 Ford car, a lot of neat stuff coming up. So click that subscribe button, stay tuned for all that stuff. But for now, let's get to digging into here. Not quite sure how I got all this stuff packed in here. I actually was kind of impressed that I did get it packed in here. But it's in here tight. Let's take a look at it, and then let's get this thing unloaded and see what came home with me from this road trip. Well, as you can see, it's pretty tight in here. Got a lot of small stuff tucked up here in the corners. Managed to slide my socket set under that roof rack. I've actually got a set of doors under there. There is a pair of doors stacked in there. Grills tucked around the edges. I actually had to take the door panel off of one of the doors to get the mirror off so I could stack this stuff in here and get it all in here, and actually had the bed cover down, believe it or not. I had this stuff packed tight enough that my bed cover laid perfectly flat and everything was good to go. Didn't think I was going to quite get that accomplished, but did actually manage to make it happen. I drove home with the bed cover down. No idea this whole thing was jam-packed full of parts. As we look from the side, we can get a little better idea of how tight I've got stuff packed in here. This is all parts back here. I've got toys in the back seat. Like I said, stay tuned for some upcoming Toy Tuesdays for those. Plus, there's a handful of toys in the back seat that are going to be coming up on a Sunday night monthly raffle. So we got a lot of work to do. Let's get rolling. As I started to unload, I pulled one tire and wheel out, and it really showed me how well I had her packed. This tire actually stayed suspended when I slid the lower one out. I knew I had her packed tight, didn't quite realize I had her packed that tight in here. Let's get some more of this stuff out. Well, we've got the pickup unloaded, and this was all stuffed in there. All in the back of my 8-foot pickup bed, and actually had the bed cover down, believe it or not. So let's take a little bit better look at some of this stuff. Emblems, a couple of handfuls of emblems. Have a lot of fun with emblems on Sunday night. Gonna be some cool badge bundles coming out of those for some Sunday night auctions. You don't want to miss that on the Sunday night lives. And let's take a look at some of this other stuff. Full set of Chevy pickup wheels. These were standard on SS 454s, and also I believe the sport truck used them. These look like pretty good wheels. I need to get the tires off of them, get them cleaned up, but they don't look beat up. The chrome looks decent. I'm kind of curious to see how these things clean up. They are all there, all the center caps, all the correct lug nuts with the external threads that were used on those center caps. So curious to see how these clean up because they look pretty decent. Some other miscellaneous GM bits and pieces. Some back window moldings for a 70 Chevelle 4-door hardtop, which is kind of different. And a lot of 77 Caprice parts. I found a couple of 77 Caprices. One 2-door and one 4-door. Quarter extension, some side moldings from the 4-door, some interior trim. The mirror, as well as a set of windshield moldings and back window moldings off of the 4-door. Now, I do have a set of Aero Coupe back window moldings. I think they're on eBay right now, but I do have a set of back window moldings for a 2-door in stock as well. That 77 to 79 two-door stuff kind of tough to find anymore. So I was excited to add some more of that to inventory. I've only got one parts car in stock, so it was good to supplement some of that with some other pieces. Some Comet Sky Shield pieces. They're rough, but any of those old visors are getting tough to find. That was a Peckett visor, the Comet Sky Shield. I've got a couple of other Sky Shields in stock that are kind of rough, so hopefully some of these pieces I can add to those other Sky Shields I've got and maybe come up with a good visor out of the pile of parts that I've got. Grill for an old Rambler, late 50s era Rambler. Two-piece pot metal grill. Let's check out some Ford stuff. Side moldings for a 61 Falcon station wagon. These are the narrow moldings that go down the side of the car and up around a lower, some miscellaneous pieces of that. Of course, the 73 to 79 Ford pickup truck door molding, a few hubcaps, grill, a few other bits and pieces of trim, some Comet parts, some Mercury Comet stuff, tail panels, tail lights. And here's a really hard to find piece. 1965 Ford Fairlane right front fender extension. These are pot metal. They mount right to the front edge of the fender. This one's got a little dent in it, but these things are almost always clobbered and busted. How about some Mopar stuff? I found a bunch of miscellaneous headlight bezels laying there in a pile. Not even sure what all these are. Some headlights, some taillight. Gonna have to spend a little time identifying some of these, get them cleaned up, see what we've got. But it's kind of some interesting stuff there. Some dash pieces, one out of a pickup, one out of a van. Hood ornament off of an old mid-50s Plymouth. And a cool grill. This is an early 70s full-size Mopar. I don't remember what year this is, but I always thought that was a super unique grill. The way they did that, the way it sunk in, the way it had the louvers in the top of the grill. I always thought that was pretty cool. Some luggage racks. I always keep my eye out for luggage rack, although these are a little bit different. Typically, everybody loves a luggage rack for their station wagon. These are very small luggage racks. Not even probably half the size of a big one off of a wagon, but these are off of a small car. Yes, this is a pair, as in two, as I found two of them with luggage racks for a Chevette. These appear to be factory pieces. They do match, so I think these are actual OE GM luggage racks for Chevettes. Now, I'm sure they could be used on other cars. They're a good size, compact, but they came off of Chevettes, believe it or not. Some Buick and Pontiac stuff over here. 70 Electra pieces, some emblems. Even found the fan shroud out of that 70 Electra, and it's not busted up. Fan shroud for a 70 Electra with a 455. I was really excited when I found this. I saw it was chipped. The hood bird for a 56 Buick does have a chipped wing on the end. Those are hard to find, but still thought it was too cool to leave lay there. 61 Buick headlight bezels, door molding off of a Grand Prix, 63 Buick grill, Skylark headlight bezel, and some wiper arms for 65, 66 Pontiac full size. Believe it or not, those are kind of tough to find. I sold the last set that I had in stock here recently, and I've got a handful of 65, 66 Pontiacs in stock, and that was the last set that I had, so I was glad to grab another set of those. Back to the 77 to 79 Caprice and Impala. I guess this car was actually an Impala. I grabbed the doors off of it. Like I said, these two-door Aero Coupes made from 77 to 79, getting tough to find bits and pieces for them. These doors are not perfect, but they're not all that bad. Absolutely fixable. Left one's dented in a little bit. There's a little bit of rust in them, but structurally they look really good. They've got the glass, they've got the guts in them, hinges. So, not easy pieces to find anymore, and those cars are getting more and more popular. They're such a unique design with that Aero Coupe style back window. So always glad to add some of that different stuff to inventory. So like I said, always out looking, always looking for stuff that I know you guys are looking for your projects. Always trying to find that stuff to add to inventory. And like I said, stay tuned on some Toy Tuesdays because there's some cool stuff in the back seat we didn't show you on this video that we're going to save for some upcoming Toy Tuesdays. And there's a few pieces in the back seat that are going to end up in some of your guys' collection here in the near future on the Sunday night raffle. So excited about that stuff as well. Got any questions about this stuff or any of the other 2,000 cars and trucks we've got here on the ground at Nobody Else's Auto, just give me a call, 620-786-4428. That number is in the description part of this video. Give me a call, having a short conversation with you about your project, year, make, model, body style, parts you need, or what you're looking for a project. With a couple thousand cars on the ground, over 20 acres, I really need the specifics to know what I'm looking for when I go out to see if I've got something that can help you out. So give me a call. Be happy to have that conversation with you. Get you added to my notepad, see if I can help you out with your project. So it's always fun being out on the road, doing some digging, seeing what I can come up with. I hope you enjoyed checking it out as well. So stay tuned. Like I mentioned earlier, we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of it. Hope you enjoyed this find. And stay tuned, there's a lot more coming. Thanks for watching, everybody. We hope to see you soon on the next video.